Alright, according to the article Media Violence at Jackson Kratz, there are 3 to 5 violent acts per hour on TV during prime time, versus 20 to 25 acts per hour on Saturday morning showing crime on TV. You would not think that shows like SpongeBob or Kung Fu Panda as being violent, but just because it's a cartoon does not mean it is not violent. But in reality, children are being exposed to too much TV violence. As cliche as it sounds, children are the future. After my presentation of the negative effects TV violence has on children and how to prevent children from watching violent TV, I hope you understand why it is important to limit and manage what children watch on TV and how children can benefit from this. First, let's look at the negative effects violent TV has on children. Studies show that violence on TV has a high effect on the way children act and think. When young children see violence on TV, they have a hard time differentiating between what is real and what is make-believe. Children try to match or copy what they see on TV. Children are more likely to solve their problems with aggressive strategies rather than to search for a peaceful solution. Children who watch violence on TV are more argumentative and act out of class or cause them to bully their classmates. So, what exactly does violent TV teach children? According to the article, Is Media Violence Damaging Kids, found on CNN.com, young children are more likely to imitate violence they see on screen, especially when they see good guys like Spider-Man using violence to solve a problem. Violent TV teaches children that there are no consequences. According to an article on JacksonCats.com, 75% of violent scenes on television feature no immediate consequence, like Tom and Jerry, for instance. Violence can also damage a child's perception of the real world. In a cartoon, everything is black and white. If a child sees himself as the good guy, then anyone who disagrees with him must be a bad guy. This does not leave much room for compromise in children. Violent TV damages perception of the real world. Now that you understand how violent media has an effect on children, we can look at suggestions to prevent these negative effects. How can it be prevented? AAP recommends that children under 2 should not watch TV. Children and teens should be limited to no more than 2 hours of TV a day. There should be a gradual advancement for children in TV violence. Ages 2 through 4 should not have any physical aggression or conflict in their shows, which is why I put a picture of Disney Toontown. Ages 5 through 7 can have fantasy violence as long as there are no serious injuries or death. I put a picture of Ninja Turtles for that example. Ages 8 through 10 can have action or hero fighting as long as there's no serious gore included. According to a published study, violent TV shows on healthlibrary.org found that viewing shows in which cooperation and empathy are emphasized can improve behavior in 3 to 5-year-olds in just 6 months. Now that we have gone over what happens when children watch violent TV and what it teaches children when they watch violent TV, I hope it gives people the idea that children should not be watching violent TV as much as they are. We all know that children are our future and that they imitate what they see. If we can help limit the amount of negative things they see we all know that children imitate what they see, but we can help limit the amount of negative things they see to imitate in the first place. It is our job to do all that we can to help prevent a violent generation from becoming the future of our country.